This is Jared again from Mechanic Built, and we made some progress on our Mazda, and we've got rid of one thing that I'm very happy about because I didn't want to have to recondition it. We got rid of the canopy. We've dug into this thing a little bit, but we're going to actually be getting this thing up in the air, doing some more diagnosis now that we have it back into the shop, and we're going to go ahead and have a fun time and make some good content for you guys.
And if it's your first time here to Mechanic Built, don't forget to subscribe. We're pretty much an automotive channel that does pretty much everything here. So besides that, like Jared said, we're gonna see what we can do with this Mazda today in this video. First things first, right? We're gonna try to clear out this bed. I wanna try to sell these tires. Our budget is starting to look kind of slim by looking at this truck. So we got rid of the canopy. So we just gave it to the guy. We just asked him to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And shout out to James, first of all, who got the canopy for his Ford Ranger here. There's a lot of crap in here.
Yes.
You take out the canopy, you can really see how much crap is utterly in here right now.
Oh yeah, I pretty much knew it. You know.
Get some gloves and let's just start whacking at it, right?
Whacking off on it?
No, whacking at it.
Off on it.
No, bad Jared. Keep it PG.
Yay, it's a bunch of trash. All right, first thing first, let's just yank these out of here. You know what the saddest part is?
What's that?
It's not the dirtiest vehicle I've worked on.
Yeah, that's true.
Scrub the roof now too.
So I guess we're gonna clean up the rest of this and then we'll show you guys what's underneath.
Here we are under the vehicle. We've done some inspections, we've cleaned out the top. Found something I'm not too happy with. This pink and black wire is tied into, for some reason, we're assuming it goes to power. Haven't teared up the inside yet to actually see where it goes. But up in here, we do have our pink and black wire going to our fuel pump. That kind of leads me to believe that someone did direct power it at some point. Since we can't start it and we have no pump, I'm gonna start here and see what's going on there. We're also gonna do the fuel filter just to be safe. And then we have no clutch pressure. So more than likely we have a leak. Probably need to replace the clutch as well. But other than that, I'm actually pretty satisfied. You know, just swipe over the nick now.
Okay, I gotta get used to these transitions here. But moving on, right? We got a couple parts. We pretty much got a fuel pump just in case. Jared already mentioned about the fuel filter. But with that being said, I guess let's start, right Jared?
Let's get into it.
All right, let's get into it. I don't have any tools. What am I doing?
Did you make it this far without subscribing yet? Well, let me tell you a little bit about us. This is Mechanic Built, and we are a automotive channel that does basically everything. From videos like this to recovering vehicles, tutorials, and what's going on in the automotive industry, Mechanic Built pretty much covers it all. Now, if you made it this far and you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing. If not, at least give this video a like. It would really help us and put us out in the algorithm. Other than that, I'll let you get back to the video.
We got the pink and black, we got the black, we got the yellow.
You know, Jared's suspicions were right, and actually both our suspicions were right. He was thinking it was a fuel pump, and I think the reason why, if they did that, was they bypassed that inertia switch. So in the last video, we didn't really show it. We just kind of really went inside and showed me kind of just tapping it and reactivating the inertia switch. This pink and black wire is power to our fuel pump. There's a couple other wires, the white or yellow and white one here. I know the lighting's a little bit awkward in here. Jared took my light in the front.
Fine.
The yellow and white one is part of the fuel level sender. Now we're gonna have to drop this thing, put the battery in it, and then possibly raise it up. Come on, Jared, do the things.
Doing the things. It's in the hand. Doing a thing. All right, so we're figuring out where that wire goes.
Yeah. Does it say the fuel light thingy?
It does not. And when we're talking about, I want to turn it on and make it beep again, but right in between speedometer and the tach, if it doesn't focus on my finger, there's a light that pops on right there if the inertia switch is tripped, which is not turning on, so.
You want to see if there's any fuel pressure in the fuel rail before we do anything?
Yeah, you just can't hear whether or not the pump's turning on because of the beeping.
Actually, there's fuel kind of puking out.
Want to give her a college try and see you crank it over?
I mean, there's not enough fuel pressure for it to start, dude. But I think it's turning on. The fuel pump is probably shot. I think we fit there's.
Well, let's trace that wire and see if it's not coming out the firewall and going into the fuse box.
And I double check to make sure it has power, right?
Let's look at the power probe and see if we get it to do the thing.
Jared just remembered that he wanted to trace the magical wire.
Things I do for love. By that I mean I love mechanics, but also, you know, it's also a frustration point. So our mystery wire comes up right here, and I'm pretty sure it's just going through the firewall. But I wanted to confirm that. Actually, I confirmed that without taking anything off. Where'd that light go?
Which light?
Any light. It's underneath the truck. Oh, lovely.
You see it?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, just gotta go plan A. I gotta pull this off and follow the wire.
There is our mystery wire.
Survey says.
Oh, look at that. Look at that.
Did he make a contact anymore?
Dude, that was the
Make sure
shade tree special right there. That was coming off of what, a 20 volt?
I think that's a 15 right there. So moving on to the bottom.
Yeah.
Power probing. All right, let's do the thing.
Right now, Jared is going to start off with the, what is it called? The starter relay. Because I don't know if you guys have been noticing, we've been jumping this with a pair of pliers, and we're gonna try to see if the starter relay fixes our problem with that.
I don't think it will. Let's just put that out there.
Because we also have the safety switch in the clutch that might have corroded out and is preventing us from starting the truck too.
Yes.
But there is power going to the relays and through the fuse, which we already knew from the first time when we got this truck. So basically,
Trying to de-jankify it.
trying to de-jankify it.
Yes. That's a nice way of saying that. And let's just go ahead and make it work right. And then let's hope for the best. See if I'm totally wrong. Yeah, I'm totally wrong. Might be standard. Wrenches belong on ground. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, it's standard. Not gonna tighten it with this. That was very loose.
Yeah, it looks like there's
1 grand, 2 grand. And we thought Nick's 70s truck was bad with the next disease. I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm swimming in it. The spark wire goes toward cab. Yes, yes. Motor crap. That way. Ah, that's not good. So one stud's gonna be bigger than the other, but also you can't fuck it up because it mounts like that. It mounts like that. Wait, no. Like that. So that's the wire we need to go to, or the stud. And that one says S, so I'm assuming starter. I don't fucking know. One says I. Let us know. But it only mounts one way, so. Well, it could mount. Yeah, it only mounts one way. One way, it's a one way. Notice how I proceeded to take the socket off of the ratchet to use it, but I still use my fingers because I'm smart like that. I have to tighten that up a little bit, but I'm almost about ready to move on.
Okay, we got the battery in.
Yeah, we did the things. The things have been done.
Okay, we're gonna try this again.
Yeah. I mean, it ain't gonna start, but let's let's just try and turn the key and see if it turns over.
Nothing.
So it wasn't the relay. Want to test that theory? Let's test that theory. We got more wiring problems.
Well, let's check on the fuel pump, then the clutch switch might be bad.
Well, we can test that theory.
Yeah, by jumping the wires?
Yeah.
Got underneath here, disconnected the clutch safety switch, and then I jumped the wires. It was from the ignition was red with a blue wire, and then going out to our starters, the pink wire. Let's see if any magic happens. Hey!
So we might have had a good starter relay and a bad clutch position switch.
Yeah, one problem down. Okay, let's go raise this sucker up and look at the fuel pump.
That goes on the SAD cable. That one goes on the Sparky cable.
Hey, look, we got power. All right, Jared's got the power probe right over here.
Plug it up in here. Hopefully that's good ground. We're gonna go. We already have nice big holes in our wire because somebody decided to rig this up, and we got nada.
Hold it. I hear nothing. You hear anything?
I hear nada.
Well, looks like we got ourselves a dead pump. Okay, so it looks like there's only like 6 bolts holding this, so if you wanna... It's going.
Moving on. That plug off, and that goes to there, and that goes to here, that goes to there. Okay, we're good there, good there. Let's give her a shot there, bud.
Ready?
Yep. Hold up. Try and do that. Okay.
All right. Do you see what we need to get to?
Yes.
Oh, very easy. Got the bed off. It does look like it's been replaced though.
Yeah, they probably tried to track down the clutch position switch and some other anti-theft shit and put a new pump in there. Like, pump don't work, but we know pump is new, so we ran a wire to it to bypass a bunch of crap. They didn't have the bypass, and now it's our problem.
Use the power probe here to see where we're at. Yep, there's power going to it.
Trying to get you to that. See things you can do when you use them.
The other one goes in.
Yeah, that's how you don't f them up.
Yep. Oh, that's bone dry. Let's see how full we are.
Well, just the gas gauge extremely.
You sure? How much do you trust that gas gauge?
After seeing it, not much.
Did it say it was full?
Said it was over full.
This thing was a quarter. Do you see the rust on that? That has been exposed to the air for quite
See
some
the
time.
corrosion on it.
Yeah. It's like half a tank,
Okay.
if that.
So why did it? It still went up though.
Corrosion. They weren't gobble resistant. Remember that.
No, but when we put fuel in it, it still went up.
it went up because it had corrosion on the top, and then it moved, so it just.
It just
went
pushed the
up.
corrosion
It just
up
pushed the corrosion up.
on the rheostat and was like, yeah, you're good. Yeah, you're over full now. You know what happens when you suck up gas fumes? You just turn the vacuum into a jet engine.
Yeah.
As soon as you stop sucking, it stops being a jet engine. Never actually seen you do a pump.
Oh yeah, I've always done them without you.
Make sure they're the same lengths. All that hype, we just talked about that, and it's too long.
Turns out, I guess, when I put extended cab, Amazon referred me to a standard cab fuel pump. Hopefully I can at Amazon and they'll just give me my money back for that. Because I just decided to plop it right in instead of a check. So again, got a little too frisky there, I think. But as you can see here, we got the right one. Completely different style with the extended cabs. Unlike the Amazon one that we purchased, which was cheaper, there's a little bit of assembly required. We got a new ring too. Let's stick the sucker in. We'll stick the camera where it was before, and you guys will see us struggle putting this fuel pump in. Same dealio with the O-ring though. Caution, pump needs to be primed. Refill your tank with a minimum of 10 gallons filtered. Good enough.
Out there filtering their fuel before they fucking put a pump in. I've never heard that one. Call up to get a warranty on it. It's like, well, did you filter the fuel before you put the pump in?
Like, who does that?
Well, come on, there's their fuel before they put the pump in. There you go.
There you go.
Shaw, brah.
Shaw.
Totally righteous, man. See, but this one didn't come with new clips, did it?
It did.
Okay then.
But it also came with a new ring, so.
Yeah, that's good.
It's on 4 out of 5. You happy with that?
I was happy with 3. Let's just start this thing.
Yeah, get the crap out first.
We still gotta do the fuel filter.
Yep.
Yep.
Alright, time to lift it.
Yeah, those weren't the right clips. Alright, filter. Wrong clips. All right, now let's go ahead and get this retainer on.
3 hours later. 7 hours later.
What you think? Too big?
8 hours later. Later that same evening.
Yeah, these can get a little tricky sometimes, but we got it on there. You just have to leverage yourself enough to push this fuel filter in about a good inch or so. Make sure you got leverage when it comes to the fuel filter. All right, so ready?
Ready, steady, let's go.
All right.
Well, let's see if we get the magic.
Yep,
I hear it.
I hear it.
I hear the vibrations.
Oh yeah.
Do it about 10 times. I think around like 4 or 5.
We're not leaking from the fuel filter. Make sure we're not leaking from the fuel rail. Do it again. All right.
All right, let's see.
I bet you no air. Ah! I told you
Lots
no
of air. That was lots of air.
No,
not
that
no
was
air.
fuel.
That was
fuel.
white.
Yeah, because you
Look
got
at all
the
the bubbles
screwdriver.
on my hand.
Yeah, that's fuel.
That's air in
That's
the fuel.
cleaning your hand.
Now it actually smells like fuel. And I got some of that fuel on me earlier, and it still hasn't itched at all. I'm gonna do it like 2 more times, then I'm gonna get the moment of truth.
You want to hop in? Make sure you're pushed down on the clutch. Hey, look at that!
We did a thing,
We did a thing.
and we have a flashing airbag light.
All right, go ahead, kill it.
Why?
15-year-old oil.
That's also true.
Congratulations, we have revived a car.
We did a thing.
We're one step closer getting this sucker back on the road.
We unrigged it, and it works fine.
We'll be back on this another day.
And figure out why the airbag light's flashing and why the clutch is not clutching.
So with that being said, right, until another day.